So, your current phone is faster than the one you had last. Your next will be yet faster. We take it for granted that technology gets better, faster, smaller every year. But soon transistors, the switches inside computers, will reach the size of atoms. At that point, the promise of technology, this ability to shrink things down, what the physicist Richard Feynman called plenty of room at the bottom, will be spent. We're simply running out of space. So my research is about something very small that makes all the difference. People call them artificial spin ice, but the best way to think of them is I play with magnetic Lego on the nanoscale. So when you were a kid, you probably had a bar magnet, that thing with a north pole and a south pole, and you might have snapped one in half. What you end up with is 2 new bar magnets. What if I told you you could do things a bit differently? You could create systems, devices, structures based on magnetism, like a magnetic analogue of electricity, magnetricity. That's what I do. Now, for somebody who works in magnetism, I am enthusiastic about magnets. I think they can do great things for society. I am not perhaps as enthusiastic as a 13th century mystic, Bartholomew the Englishman, who said that magnets restore husbands to wives, they increase elegance and charm in speech. Moreover, along with honey, no idea why, they cure dropsy, spleen, fox mange and burn. That, I think, set the standard of optimism for magnetism. Now, I'm not quite in the market for curing dropsy, spleen, fox mange and burn, but I want you to think of these as like magnetic Lego. What can you do with a single Lego building block? Not much. It's only when you get collections of Lego building blocks can you build something. Why? Because more is different. In the same way, I take a single nanoscale magnetic building block and I tile it. Now, these building blocks are very small. The size of my magnetic bar magnets, if you think of them that way, are to you as you are to the size of the sun. But the way I tile them gives me new behaviour and new functionalities. They're essentially a form of designer matter. Why? Because there are fundamental ideas about nature that emerge only when you consider lots of things acting together. And the particular system that I look at is essentially about how they order. And that's just a fancy way of saying, how does one little bar magnet over here affect one little bar magnet over there? So I started the talk by saying there's plenty of room at the bottom. If I've got a take-home message for you from this talk, is that I think there remains plenty of room at the bottom, and it might just be magnetic.